The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed, the red hot chili peppers here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 20 minutes to 5 o'clock.
Certainly is, fellas. On Saturday there, I participated in the World Series of Kiwi Pong.
You did?
Very exciting. A whole heap of teams, everyone, in pairs with cool team names, costumes and things. I was paired up with Minogue from The Breakfast Show. We won 3 out of our 5 games. Not quite enough to go through to the next round. But the fellas that actually won a spot from our show last week, they won the last spot.
Yes.
They were called Double D Cups. They got right through to the final and almost won the $10,000.
Oh, tragedy.
Right. Yeah, it was great.
So, is it worse than just be second? When it was $10,006 the prize money. I'd rather not make it out of the group than be second.
Well, no, because they literally, until 3 days before the competition, they had other plans for the weekend. 3 days later, they're competing for $10,000 at the World Series of Kiwi Pong. They were stoked regardless. I was stoked. The guys that did win had been there quite a few years in a row.
But that'd be like, I take your point, Jace, you're so close to winning $10,000. That would be like playing breakfast in golf and losing by 1 stroke.
Don't.
And then saying, no, it's still a good time because at least we get to do their show on the last day of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But listen... So you won 3 out of 5?
We won 3 out of 5. We started to get a bit of a roll on there. We entered the Goldilocks zone, which is what Minogue calls it.
Oh, yeah, when you're perfectly boozed.
When you're perfectly, you had responsibly had enough drinks that you're awesome.
You chill.
But then we quickly exited the Goldilocks zone, went through to the Rapunzel zone, and to the... we were completely... so that was where we went wrong. But... I was stitched up because after being knocked out early, there was probably an hour and a half of like the semi-finals and stuff happening where Minogue and myself continued to responsibly have a few quiet ones.
Yes.
And then we got up on stage where the ACC was then commentating the final matchup on a live stream, and I had been completely skiving off from MC duties all day.
Right.
I was supposed to be one of the MCs. I didn't speak on the microphone at all, and I was real stoked about it. Until we were on stage, big crowd around, and G-Lane handed me the microphone and then goes, "We usually sing the national anthem." And I was like, "Are you going to play it?" Or is it, no, I usually just sing it. And so I... 5 seconds notice, and I'm like, okay, start singing the national anthem. Afterwards, everyone accused me of committing some sort of hate crime because I did the English one first.
You didn't do the Māori version.
Oh, yeah,
When was the last time? The last time I sung a national anthem would have been when I was at school.
Right.
I completely forgot which way around it went.
Right.
5 seconds noticed, few too many beers.
So you finished with the Māori version?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool.
This was fine. And then everyone was just like, and then it didn't help that Isaac, who works here too, was just like, oh man, that was so bad, bro. You might have to do an apology and stuff.
Yeah.
As a bit of a stitch up.
You were lucky the siren wasn't there. The racism.
Well, we've had that disconnected, Jace.
Oh, thank God for that. That's good to know, actually.
But such a stitch up. And to be honest, even when the national anthem's on TV for the All Blacks or whatever, I'm not watching it. It's boring. I've heard the song a million times.
It is quite tedious, to be fair. I mean, I know all the words and stuff. But
that's weird, though, because until you're on stage with a microphone leading people, you're like, do I know the words?
But I also feel that way about the English part of it, not strictly the Māori version.
The English one was the one I struggled with.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I'd love to be able to drag you over the coals for this, Keyzie, but I don't think you've done anything wrong there, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, classic Lane just throwing you into the sharks, really, didn't he?
Yeah. But I mean, funny though.
Got you pretty good.
It's just afterwards I felt bad because everyone was saying I committed a hate crime. And I was like, not really, I just forgot how to sing.
You must have felt like a massive martyrs. But you wouldn't have cared because you were pretty tanked up there. Just would have slurred your way through it.
I did slur my way through it at one point, and Ella, who works at the ACC, grabbed the microphone off me.
Right.
Oh, really? You would have had a go at her because you're a massive sexist as well.
Yeah.
And then you did a vom.
Then I chugged it on stage. Yeah. Shit, is this the Arctic Monkeys?
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Kings of Leon there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Now, Keyzie, I meant to ask, mate, of course, over the weekend you were doing a couples massage.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I.e. you and your wife getting massaged in the same room at the same time. How did it go? Talk us through it.
It was actually really, really, really enjoyable. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah, great.
I love massages. I've decided that I'm
Actually, could you put the sexy music on, please?
Why? It's not relevant.
Oh, what about that Benny Hill music?
You want me to... Hang on.
No, can you go back to sexy?
Okay.
Can you describe the ambiance?
Oh,
if
yes,
you will,
let's start
please?
there. Can you take us from actually sitting that you arrive, you're there,
I'm in the reception area.
and take us through it.
So the first thing you have to do is they hand you a clipboard each with a few things. You fill out your details,
Skip.
and then wait. Then there's the outline of a human body.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then you have to circle any areas that require attention.
I'm with you.
Okay.
So there's one that it's like the human body facing forwards, then human body facing backwards.
Nice.
Okay.
So I circled my lower back.
Yeah. You got a shocking back, haven't you, mate?
Well, it's got a fractured vertebrae. It plays up on me a wee bit.
Yeah.
Probably should do Pilates. So I circled lower back, and
You didn't do that on the front, though, eh?
No. My quads they're actually fine.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Then you go down there, and then they say, get unchanged just into your undies and hop under the towel.
Just
there.
your undies, or they supply you some undies?
No, just my undies. They don't
Really?
say here put on these special spa undies.
Well, they do have those. Do you not know
Really?
about that?
Yeah, they
that's,
do.
That when I was over in Fiji and I went for that spa, they give you disposable underpants so that you're not wearing your filthy bastards.
Why do they need to
With
be
all the
disposable?
holes and then your massive testy hanging out the side there.
Yeah, no, they didn't do that. It was just me and my jockeys.
Oh,
Yeah.
My wife was the same, so she was
She was wearing jockeys as
too.
well.
Crook.
No, I can't remember what undies she was wearing. I wasn't really looking,
Paying
to be honest.
attention, yeah.
Nah. I was also very hungover.
Sounds about right.
And it was actually, you put your head in the hole,
Yes, you do.
and you get under the blanket there, and then they sort of start by rubbing your neck and stuff,
yeah.
and like even the top of my head with my hair, and like a bit of a head
Yeah.
massage,
Right.
just working the head,
Working the head, yeah.
and then they
With
went to,
oil or
yeah, it wasn't oil.
Yeah.
Not
So
sure what oil it was.
working the head with a bit of oil there?
Yeah,
Nice.
only for a wee bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't want to do it too much.
And then we
Hell of a
moved
mess.
down to my. Then we moved down to my hands. My favorite part about the massage was the hand massage.
Right.
Really getting stuck in there, and
Yeah, well, it's connected to all your little bits and pieces, the old hand and your feet.
That's right. The pressure points
Yes.
for
Yeah.
many of the body's organs, of course, Keyzie, the nerve endings come out there on your feet and your hands. Man.
yeah.
Yeah, they do your feet.
No, yeah, they did my feet.
Nice.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Rage Against the Machine there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening.
Fellas, I saw an old man fall over in town today.
How old?
Well, not that old to be fair. I reckon he would have been 60.
Yeah.
Businessman wearing business pants and a business shirt and business shoes.
Yes.
Okay.
Now it was
So
raining.
not a sort of wafy, stray kind of character.
No, not at all. He was in good nick. And it was pouring with rain.
Right.
And he was walking down a sort of side street in the Auckland CBD. I was coming up. I was probably 30 metres away from him. I was walking up the hill. He was coming down the hill. And I noticed him slip.
Yeah.
He slipped and landed on his tuchus.
Oh.
He landed on his butt. Now, I looked around because he sort of slipped, landed on his butt and was looking down. I looked around and noticed that there was no one else around except for me. And quickly my brain said, that didn't look like it was too sore. You don't need to help him.
Right.
The best thing you can do here, because there's no one else around, is pretend like you didn't notice it
Oh.
for his sake.
Right.
Because pride-wise.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. So I got my phone and pretended I was on my phone. And then just sort of, I could sort of tell in my peripherals that he had gotten up now and he was okay and he continued walking. And I just pretended I was looking at my phone. I hadn't noticed anything. And I just sort of give him the eyebrows, hey man, and then just keep walking.
Right.
Yeah, was that a bad way to handle it? Or was that okay? Because he didn't need help. He seemed fine.
Well, there's two types of people in the world, aren't there? There's people that would laugh at that situation, and then there's you.
Right.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. I don't know. I've had experiences like that where people have fallen over and it's been so bad that it hasn't been funny.
Yeah.
But most of the time when people fall over, it is funny.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I mean,
this was obviously a situation where it wasn't.
well, it wasn't that funny. It wasn't a funny enough fall. He just slipped over. It landed on his sort of hip/butt and was a bit like, God. like just gutted. And he seemed like an okay bloke. I mean, I don't know anything about him, but I looked around. No one else saw it. I'll just pretend I had it. And that way his pride is like, no one saw that.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to feel less about you, Keyzie.
What would you have done?
That is not the kind of behaviour I would have expected from you.
No, but he was fine.
You brutal, nasty piece of work.
No, I'm not a brutal, nasty piece.
To turn your face away
Yes,
and then go on your phone like you're on your own, pal.
No, that wasn't it at all.
Old-timer.
It was
It's a disgrace.
a bloke like that. I could tell that he would be very embarrassed. Most people would by what had just happened. And so my thing was, how about this, mate? I'll save you the embarrassment by pretending like I didn't see you just completely eat shit.
You could have run over to him and said, "Are you okay, mate?"
Exactly, which is the last thing this guy would want because it's so embarrassing. And now some young goofy guy's going, "Oh, you need help."
Yeah, that would have freaked him out, actually.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
What are you guys up to?
No, that's not at all. So I think I did the right thing is what I'm getting at here.
You can walk to the car park by yourself tonight, Keyzie.
Really? What if you fall over?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.